So the countdown clock is in. The action continues at Red Shores Summerside tonight, in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate, and back upstairs for the race call. Here's Vance Cameron.
Lions Jenny Lee. Mrs. Dragonfire Fluentosity. Top of her trade, Southfield Sky and Pickpocket Princess. Ninth race, top of the stretch. John Davies Memorial. Could never thank Mr. Davies enough. When we were in the Maritimer, he opened his doors to his shed row and allowed us to race out of it. Never gonna forget it. Here's the John Davies Memorial post time. The rough end pacing. Lions Jenny Lee at the rail. Top of her trade from the outside is headed to the lead. Mrs. Dragonfire will get away third. Fourth around the turn. Fluentosity. Southfield Sky goes fifth. Then the trailer. That is Pickpocket Princess. The quarter pole bound. An early movement here. Kenny Murphy right lines Lions Jenny Lee. Putting her back on the lead. Racing from second is top of her trade. Third up the rail. That's Mrs. Dragonfire. Racing into the turn fourth is Fluentosity. 28 and 3 open it up. On the turn fifth is Southfield Sky. Then the trailer. That is Pickpocket Princess. Off the paddock turn they come and they straighten down the stretch. They have the half mile in their sights now. On the point, Lions Jenny Lee. Top of her trade is second. Third up the rail, Mrs. Dragonfire. There goes Fluentosity to the outside fourth. Pickpocket Princess picks up the cover on the outside fifth. Now the trailer, Southfield Sky. 58 and 2 was the half mile. They're arriving at the 5-8, led by Lions Jenny Lee. Top of her trade, getting a 2-hole ride here. Fluentosity picks up third on the outside. Mrs. Dragonfire riding the rail fourth. Pickpocket Princess fifth on the outside. Southfield Sky at the rail, the trailer. 3/4 in the books. Lions Jenny Lee still there. 1:27 and 4 was the time. There's an eighth of a mile left to go. Lions Jenny Lee is homeward bound. Top of her trade to the outside. Mrs. Dragonfire third. Southfield Sky fourth. Deep stretch. Now here's Lions Jenny Lee to triple up Kenny Murphy in the John Davies Memorial. Time for the mile. 1:56.4.
All right, so a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for you tonight. And as we said, wouldn't this be special? Lions Jenny Lee here, and was on the point briefly, not long, and then back out around, and that's a triple for Murphy tonight.
Yeah, give and go time. 28 and 3 over there to the front. Lions Jenny Lee, 58 and 2, still a boss, but sitting in the 2-hole, top of her trade. Backside, 127 and 4. They're going to duke it out down the lane. Lions Jenny Lee on the inside. Corey putting heat on late. That's top of her trade. They hit the wire together, but it is the one. Lions Jenny Lee hanging on for Kenny Murphy. He's got the hat trick at Red Shore Summerside.
Lions Jenny Lee arriving at the Woodmere Standardbred's Winners Circle here in the ninth. Big pacing mare 8 by Some Beach Somewhere off the Art Major Dam, Jamaica, Hanover. Owned by Chris Davies, Suzanne Davies, and Carol Wright. Bred by Hanover Shoe Farms of Pennsylvania. Trained by Chris Davies, Kenny Murphy's in the driver's seat to get his third winner tonight for the driving triple. Time for the mile in 1:56 and 4. Lions Jenny Lee in the ninth down at trackside. It's the John Davies Memorial Cooler presentation. Wow. Take a peek at the orange in the winner's circle on this night here at Summerside. Lions Jenny Lee triples up Kenny Murphy in the John Davies Memorial in 1:56 and 4.